2019, December 18, Wednesday night. Busan Meditation Center in Vienna. Yesterday, I had explained about criticism of karma and Vidya. I had remained to explain another about Vidya, which recently became of Vidya. Tonight, I will explain continue about it. While we are practicing Vipassana meditation, at the time, some yogis have to face many difficulties regarding painful objects, regarding thinking or imagination objects, regarding kaya pocha difficulty objects. Like this situation, we call in the Pali Upsaha. From Upsaha is a up, so up. This Osahana means Osahana Pali is two words that compound up and Sahana. Up is when we face difficulties. Sahana means patient to the object, to the difficulty object. If you can patient to know these difficulty objects, this is characteristic of Viriya, Osahana Lakkhana, Osahana Lakkhana. In here, I used to found yogis. Exactly, they don't have a problem, but they have only one problem. This is thinking. Many yogis used to be thinking about or regarding kaya objects or known objects. This thinking mind also can make our practice to destroy. That is why thinking is not good for yogis. That is why if you, as long as you know about your thinking mind, please try to know this thinking mind. Thinking. Based on thinking, they have to compute regarding kaya practice meditation. After we compute in yogi mind, this is become the problem or difficulty. Some yogi is hesitated regarding this practice. They cannot proceed to practice continuously or subject-yoga because this is like this situation appear based on thinking mind. That is why, as long as you know about your thinking mind, please try to know this thinking mind. Due to face difficulty object, you have to hesitate. You don't want to move energy. You don't want to move focus on object. At the time, the Buddha Dhamma taught in Mahasatipatthana Sutta. This is, we must be thinking or we must be looking for, we must be remember about Abhaya, Bhaya, Paccavukkhana. Abhaya, Bhaya, Paccavukkhana is Abhaya and Bhaya. Abhaya, one word. Bhaya is one word. Paccavukkhana is one word. All three words compound. Abhaya means heal, misery like. Maya is frightening place or dangerous. Kachavitana means recontemplation or thinking or looking for. So, if we don't want to practice more continuously, we have to remember about range out mislead place or carol. Nowadays, we cannot see hungry ghosts or hell. That is why in here we can think about animal life. According to the Theravada, animal life is also called apaya, one of them. For example, every yogi, you have to see a dog on the way inside the Busan temple. This dog don't know good or bad, don't know hot and cold. Therefore, when our weather is cold time or rainy time, at the time the dog don't know to stay warmly and under the shade. One cold or winter time also, not only he don't know winter time, but also summer time also he don't know. One very hot inside, very hot outside. At the time, this dog don't know to take the slipper or to use the umbrella like a human being. We don't need to say about practice meditation. They are never understand about that. That is why when we want to give up regarding practice meditation, we don't want to focus more with vidya. At the time, please looking or please remember animal life. Not only the dog, but also all animals. They also don't know about situation. Where I am like this situation, we are also cannot practice meditation, cannot do good deed. We don't know how to stay warmly. We don't know how to stay holy. Now we understand. This is kusala. This is akusala. This is good deed. This is bad deed. And this is a very hot. That is why we need to stay cold. This is a very cold. That is why we need to stay warm. Because we are human beings. Human beings also got the opportunity to face Buddha Sasana. If you are thinking like this, you are really effort more strong again to practice meditation. This is one of the reason of Vidya. Even though you are thinking about apaya, but your energy is not very strong, very devout of Vidya. At the time, the Buddha Dhamma second reason. This second reason is Anisansa Dasavita. Anisansa Dasavita means looking for benefits. All living beings used to be suffering, every human suffering regarding body and regarding mind. Exactly, if I talk, cannot try to liberation from suffering. We have to prevent these all suffering objects and material objects again and again. That is why some people or some yogi are thinking or looking for about benefits of vipassana meditation. Now you have to practice meditation is according to Satipatthana Sutta. When the Buddha taught this Sutta, the Buddha already had given 7 kinds of benefits. We turn 7 kinds of benefits. Tonight I have to talk about sokka, anxiety or worry. Recently I have to talk. Everybody used to feel many suffering due to our business, family, education, society, and etc. Sometimes, based on that, they will feel worry or anxiety. Sometimes, literally, when we practice meditation, today is our practice goal. Next day, they feel my practice is not good. Like this situation, also some yogi feel anxiety and worry. Stop that. This Dhamma or practice vipassana, practice meditation makes our feeling or our mind control suddenly face any object. That is why we also have to need to experience regarding vipassana meditation. If we can practice meditation well, any situation when we find, we can control our mind. Though to connect a worry state or anxiety state. For beginner yogi, may be difficult to control their mind. But after many experience yogi, yogi has many experience. Their mind is, even though they are eternally focused to object, suddenly when they feel something, their mindfulness is directly to note and observe automatically. If our mindfulness is very strong like this, we can control exactly our mind as long as we know. In here, you want to ask question to me. This question is, how to do to start mindfulness? This answer is also not very difficult. This is, we are trying just to know our objects, any object. If we can know every object, there will be not only in the Dhamma but also outside or daily activities. If we know like that, our mindfulness is step by step very strong. Due to strong mindfulness, we can practice very well to every object. At the time, we have to realize about our body and mind, nature of body and mind. After we realize the true nature of our body and mind, our mind also really believe or faith. The Buddha Dhamma talk is really true. The Buddha also feel realize it like that. That is why he can talk really true Dharma. Now I also understanding like this, the nature of body and mind. The nature of body and mind also really not permanent. They are every time changing impermanent. Your mind is at the time become a faith or belief. Due to strong mindfulness, become faith or saddha. This is sati pija pasana bhavi. Next step is andara anosakito. Andara anosakito means due to strong mindfulness to becoming saddha or faith, really accept the nature of the dhamma, the nature of the body and mind. After you see or you feel like that, in between means one object by one object. In between, you cannot get permission to over or to miss your object. You want to know every object continuously without the program. When you can know objects without missing, between one object by one object, you can know continuously. At the time, due to can know your objects, another illicit defilement also cannot come to inside your between objects. Do you know outside enemy also every time they are checked to our life? If we forget and if we don't care our life, this enemy coming to fight or coming to take from our life. In the same way, kilesa enemy also every time they are waiting look at you. Because if you let go of mindfulness, if you let go of sati, if you let go of the viriya, as long as they know they are appear between of your object. That is why sati bija pasana bhavi andara anosakitawa ilisa pachatika. This means due to strong mindfulness, you can observe all objects. You can see the true or nature of the object. Due to realize the true or nature of the object, your mind is believing or faith to the Buddha Dhamma Sangha. As soon as faith mind appear in your mind, you have to try to note objects without missing one object by one object without breaking. If you can know like that, this noting mind and observing mind is cover or protect from kilesa defilement. After you can protect or obstacle kilesa defilement, your meditation experience also very strong or very developed. When you are developed like that, suddenly you are find difficulty or feeling situation, you can control your mind. Never appear based on thinking, anxiety, or worry, or soccer. If you can practice meditation like this situation, you are really great yogi. You have to, you are become a great yogi. At the time, you are really also strong and strong. You don't want to go back. That is why the Buddha told you, when you give back regarding practice meditation, you must be looking for benefits of vipassana meditation. Even though you are looking for benefits of vipassana, your mind is continuously want to give back to practice meditation. Your viriya is very weak. At the time the Buddha told to you, you must be contemplation of the Buddha way or the Buddha method. This is Kamana Viti Vachavatana. In here, Kamana Viti Vachavatana. Kamana, one word, Viti, one word, and Vachavatana. Kamana is going and coming. It's actually going. Viti is way or method. Vachavatana, contemplation. So we need to contemplation of the Buddha method or the Buddha way. Now we are practicing vipassana meditation. This method is the teaching of the Buddha. The teaching of the Buddha method is not only we are practicing meditation, but also the Buddha and another Arahanta, Sariputta, Srimad etc. also have to practice this way. That is why our method, vipassana method, or practice vipassana method is not really noble. This is really noble path or noble way. Therefore, if you don't want to practice more, and if you don't want to focus more to make effort to the vipassana meditation, please recontemplation this method or this way. How to contemplation that long ago our Lord Buddha also practiced this way. His disciple Sariputta, Moggallana and Kasasra or Arahanta also practiced like this way. Now we are also practice vipassana meditation is this way. We are same way to practice meditation. If we contemplate, if we remember like this, our mind or our viriya again strong to practice meditation. This is three reasons of viriya in according to Satipatthana Sutta. Now, of yogi, I believe or I hope to of yogi, you want to ask question, you want to be more strong viriya and strong mindfulness. That is why, how should we do for them? If you ask me, my answer is also recently answered. Vipassana, from point of view of yogi or vipassana, whatever arises, whatever appear objects in our body and mind, body objects or mind objects, or daily activities object, any objects, we must be known carefully and respectfully. If we can know these objects, our mind also automatically mindfulness, more mindfulness and viriya also very strong. Therefore, replace asking to me, belong asking to me. Right now, you should be trying to without missing, with mindfulness. If you, when you know like that, let go your viriya, let go your mindfulness, please remember about abhaya, paya, pachavatnada, anisasa, dasavida, kamana, viti, pachavatnada. If you remember or recontemplation these three reasons of viriya, you are mind and you are viriya also again very strong. At the time you will be realize the true nature of the body and mind. In the same way, tonight after listening to my talk, may all yogis, you are if maybe